morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. It is today is episode 57, and you guys are joining us on a beautiful Reset Tuesday. It is May 23rd, and guys, it is the Tuesday after the Destiny hype. Destiny 2.
After the hype.
After the hype. The post-hype. Post-hypeness. Guys, we got all the Destiny 2 news. We got all the Destiny 2 goodies. Before we get into the deets, before we dive deep into the deets, I'm going to introduce not only myself, your host, Soopkichen, but with me today, my two co-hosts, the regular and always present Sugah Tits and
hello, guys.
DJ J-Cow.
Hello.
And returning this week, bad news. Oh my god, I can't wait. Browned in my pants because Destiny 2 is coming. How's it going, buddy?
What's up?
Oh man, so let's just dive right into the video game news because we got that Destiny 2. We got everything.
Everything? Are you sure we got everything?
We got everything. Sugah's like, we didn't get everything. We're not getting private matches. We'll talk about that in a second. We're also not getting two of our team members for Iron Banner. Sugah, quit being sour.
Yes.
It's true though. I'm losing teammates here.
Okay, let's start with the reveal. Okay. Because we got a history lesson, right?
We did.
We saw Zavala come to life. He was brought back to life by his ghost, and then we saw his progression as a guardian, getting better gear, dying and being revived, just wipe after wipe. And I don't know about you guys, but I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Like,
yeah, it was cool.
Seeing the first settlement and how it, like, the tower before it was the tower. I don't know if you guys saw that little girl who was awed at the ships that were flying in the sky. That was Amanda Holiday.
Little Amanda Holiday.
So, what did you guys think of that?
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. It was good.
I appreciated it. I think it was a good way for them to start. And just in general, hence not having as much story and having a lot of, our details somewhere hidden. I think it was a good move on their part to start out with that. Now, do you guys think this is a flashback cutscene from the game, or was this something specifically made to, like, let us know the history of, or like a trailer, and it won't be in the game?
I'd like to hope it was in the game.
Yeah, me too.
And we get other flashbacks as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In cutscenes, not necessarily playthroughs.
This is how Destiny 2 is going to be set up. A lot of back history. Because we need it.
Oh, because we do need it. Because there's so much story there that hasn't been told in Destiny 1. Alright, so we got Zavala and his journey he started with a spear and then auto rifle, and then the first Fist of Havoc. Like the first Fist of Havoc, like that was awesome.
It was fun, wasn't it? I thought it was fun.
And then of course building the tower, being at the tower, and then we got the Destiny 2 trailer where they're all at the tower. The satellites are down, they're not getting anything. Like, it might be the storm, but it also might not be. And Zavala's like, yo, it's not the storm. And it's the fucking Cabal coming in. Cabals to the walls. Yeah. With an attitude.
Bubble.
And then Zavala pops that blessings of light in the middle of the carnage. And he's like, everyone in here. And then what? Do we get Ikora Ray blinking with another Guardian?
She blinked with the Guardian. She was like, hold on.
She grabbed Cade and she was like, let's go. I was like, yo, Bae, why can't you do that? I thought you were Warlock Master Class.
I thought you were Warlock for life.
Like, why aren't you blinking me out of places? Why am I walking? The attack commences. And as we see, we're part of the attack. Like when they're attacking, that's where your character picks up. Like you're fighting alongside Zavala and Ikora, right? Mm-hmm. Like
Yep.
you're finally seeing them in action next to you, NPC style. Do you guys think this is going to be throughout the whole game? Just the beginning?
Maybe just the beginning, you know, just the opening sequence, because I think you get separated. Everybody gets split up, and I think that's where you're going to find your own place. You know, you get your own story together, get your own moves, you know, because, and then maybe you'll come together towards the end to you know, I'm thinking, you know, it's like I think you're separated for a while, and then you kind of get back together.
Definitely. I don't know. What do you think, Brown?
I'm wondering if either we die and the Traveler goes and that's why we start again, or if the story is going to be like, do this, find Zavala. You got Zavala, he joins your team, do this, find the Akora, you know, find Cade, and then that's 4 people, isn't it? Yourself and then 3. Is it going to be 4-player, single player?
Maybe. You are correct. They didn't
really say how many players can play single player, but
Yeah, no, not
could
really.
be an
But
option.
we imagine it's the fire team of 4, seeing as they're doing 4 fire teams now.
Yeah.
So they definitely set across
could
all
be.
Crucible modes. But we all know that, you know, if you can go into 3 in trials, you want 3 strikes. So I wonder if strikes are going to be changed to 4 instead of 3.
Wouldn't that be cool?
I mean, I guess.
I mean,
But then would the same
And
apply for a
one-
raid?
yeah. Well, no.
Oh.
Is a raid
No,
gonna
I
be
don't think
8?
they'll mess with the raid. I don't think they'll mess with that.
I mean, I think we're gonna go. We're gonna see. You know, we're gonna save Cade. He's gonna come back to the outpost or the village or wherever it is that we're stationed, and he's gonna be back there, and he's gonna like open up new missions for you that you're able to like get from him. And when you save Zavala, Zavala will come back to the outpost, and he'll give you new missions. So I think that's gonna be what it's gonna be like.
I think it's
As far as like other
That makes
NPCs, other Guardians fighting next to you, maybe it'd be really cool if like you do like a little fighting with Eris, other shacks, other people from the tower other than Ikora, Zavala and Cade. So we got to look at the new supers, because when everyone's coming in, we obviously still have some of our old supers, which is a little daunting, because they told us we're going to lose everything. And we'll talk about that in a second.
No sense.
Because they kind of prepared you, right, to lose all your supers. To not have Stormcaller, to not have Nova Bomb, to not have Self-Res. Like, we were kind of, I don't know about you guys,
We were
I was
mentally
expecting
prepared.
something completely different than, oh, you still have Golden Gun, but it's spec'd differently.
I mean,
Like, you still have
Titan's
void
not got a
damage, but it's a shield. You're Captain America instead of being a bubble bro. Like, I was kind of expecting it to be a different,
I'm a bit upset that if they're keeping the abilities, the 3 they got rid of, I can see why they got rid of Blade Dancer. I can see why they got rid of Sunsinger. But Bubble, you would have thought they would have got rid of.
right, because the Sentinel with the shield is not going to be as useful in a raid, right?
Not exactly.
That isn't exactly Weapons of Light and Blessings of Light for your team. It's just Captain America running around smashing stuff for you.
And guess who's got blessings and weapons? The Warlock.
Really?
And
Yeah.
on his super, the new super, you can lay down your double tapping circle or something, and you lay down a little thing, and it gives you a 20% armor buff or weapons buff.
But however, this isn't. This does. I don't think this affects your teammates. It's just a greedy warlock being greedy.
No. Apparently, it affects your teammates. I saw a clip.
Really?
Of warlock in
Well,
play.
it gives it to the whole team.
Wow.
As long as you step in, you've got to step in this.
Oh,
like,
whoever's
thing.
in the area, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That I do like.
And the warlock has flying swords of death.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, the Dawn Blade. That was very.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's what Sugah is looking forward to.
I want to put out there, you know, my love for warlocks, but do you not think that once again the warlock has been given the best things?
What? The warlock is overpowered still? Nah, it's all good. We're gonna take away that melee range, but we're gonna give him the abilities to just fart swords out.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the hunter, we can't think of anything original, so we're gonna give him a stick.
Yo, we're gonna do Blade Dancer, but it's gonna be Pole Dancer.
Yeah.
Pole Dancer.
It's Pole Dancer, guys. It's Blade Dancer with a pole. It's Pole Dancer.
Exactly. But I then counter that, the Titan Striker. I saw a clip where you can now Titan Smash repeatedly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a perk that when you damage enemies, it a quarter of the way refilled his super meter.
Yep.
So he literally done like 8 smashes.
Kept
on
going.
This clip,
Yep, I saw that
that's
as well.
Crazy.
That is crazy. So it looks like they toned back the power of a Fist of Havoc, but they gave you more of them. Almost like Titan Hammers. So
Yeah.
Fist of Havoc is almost like the Titan Hammers now, where it's a roaming super.
Yeah, I mean, and the Hunter's Golden Gun thing, last word animation, Golden Gun.
So if they kept the Fist of Havoc for the Titan, and they kept the Golden Gun for the Hunter, what do you think they kept for the Warlock? The Nova Bomb, the Thunderfingers.
I think Nova Bomb.
It seemed like she might have had a Nova Bomb that she hit with the ship, right?
She did hit the ship with a Nova Bomb, but remember, I mean, I don't, the trailer. She also did a Stormcaller melee.
Yeah, she kind of did.
She did.
Unless we've got two subclasses, and then they're going to release a third as a secret later date. One original and one new. That would make sense.
For each class, and so then we only have one new subclass that's actually coming.
Bicho Smack taking up time from my chat. How's it going, Bicho? Yeah, Nova. I don't know, and I guess is when I can't remember, but when I remember when you started Destiny, you could only pick one subclass, and you had to get to like level 15 before you could unlock your second subclass.
Damn it, I missed
when the Taken King came out, you can just pick any subclass that you wanted, except for the last ones, obviously, because they were mission locked. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't like Golden Gun Striker and Nova Bomb like the first things you can pick?
Yeah.
So maybe they are keeping the Nova. Maybe they are keeping the Nova, bro.
Maybe.
I don't know.
You had to rank
Which
up to a certain level.
Which would you like to see stay, Shug, as a warlock?
Probably arc damage.
Arc damage?
But Nova, I mean, void damage is just as great. It's just, I personally use arc damage more. And when it came into play, I was so excited. I was so excited in my life. But, I mean, the void is fine. I
you get all that
honestly,
life steal, you get your grapes. That means the grapes stay.
I was looking forward to new subclasses. Like I really was mentally I was mentally prepared.
No more arc, no more fire, no more void.
Well, maybe arc, solar, and void, but completely new abilities and subclasses that goes with it. Like, okay, we might be doing void damage, but it's no longer a Nova Bomb. It's something completely different.
It's a Nova Lance. It's like a long fucking spear that you can throw made out of Nova energy. Like, we're Bungie. We don't really need to do anything original. I'm a little salty about that.
We
do need-
didn't think it was
I guess
important.
so.
I was expecting like different types of damage, like ice or nature or
Well,
you're
maybe
right,
that
poison.
one shield that
Well-
Zavala put up might be ice.
No, that was a Word of Dawn just with the new engine. That was a bubble.
It just looked pretty.
It just looked pretty.
It just looked really pretty
because of the new engine.
Like thinking
No,
about.
I think he's talking about the wall. The Titan has
There's
a
a
wall.
wall.
Oh,
that he
the
puts
Titan
up.
wall, the new Titan
Yeah,
wall.
see that now that might be ice.
I don't know. It didn't look
No,
like it looked like
It
light.
looks kind of icy.
It's a striker perk. It's a new striker perk.
Yeah.
See, I was
See,
looking
it's
for
art.
void damage, maybe in like. So the way that the hunter has that smoke wall, it would have been kind of funny. It would have been kind of fun if void damage would have been something kind of poisoning, and so if you get within like a certain distance of it, like, oh shit, I'm poisoned, right?
Definitely would have been something that's cool.
Yeah, like I feel
seen-
they could have had. I feel they could have had a lot of fun with it. Like, yes, obviously. Solar is still very fire related, but there are other aspects of fire that we definitely could have done. So I'm just a little I don't understand why. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of my thing is I'm like, you said that I was gonna lose everything. Why is it still here? That was kind of my
And the weapons. And the weapons they were using. I gotta be honest. He was using a Suros pulse rifle that looked very familiar.
Yeah, it's just everything looks kind of similar.
So,
But they plugged the graphics card in, so that's all they were using.
yeah, that definitely, yeah.
I love the new way that the Cabal come in and those ball things. That's
Yeah, they
kinda
kind of
cool.
drop down a little reminiscent of like ODSTs, right? The way they just kind of drop in from the sky.
Yep. They're
Um,
shot from the ships, like on a big cannon launcher or something, and I just think it's cool.
Definitely, but we got to look at the Dawnblade during the I guess the first mission, right? What was it called? Homecoming.
Yeah,
The
during Homecoming.
Yeah, the Dawnblade. It's basically self-reser throwing swords.
In the air, high as fuck.
Well, in the air, high as fuck. You shouldn't have smoked that much.
But I can't help it.
I guess it's cool, the angel wings and stuff, but it just looks too much like a self-res to me. Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, you could have had, like, a different animation, maybe, I don't know. They just...
I don't
was
think
just expecting more.
when you get your hands on Destiny 2, I don't think it's going to play and feel that much different. To
You don't
what we're
think
doing now.
my Arc Strider is gonna feel like a Blade Dancer when I'm out there swinging my shit around?
No, he does. He feels like there's going to be more similarities than they're making it out to be.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Blade Dancer and the Pole Man are going to feel similar.
Pole
Going
Dancer.
to have Pole Dancer, yeah. And just
Pole
general
Dancer.
gameplay, from what they were saying, the guys were saying that Crucible's a lot slower, but other than that, they didn't find it hard to transition to that game. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm not bummed out about fighting the same enemies. I'm not bummed out about, still fighting the
No,
Fallen
I wanna
or
learn more
the Cabal. Yeah, I
story.
want to learn more about these races that we're fighting. The only thing is they brought back. I hope it's only one. I hope it's only one subclass of the old subclasses that they bring back. Because if they bring back more than one,
That was my saltiness.
oh my goodness,
Like, I was sad at first when I was like, we're losing everything. And now, in my mind, I am like, I have set myself up for it, and they're changing my plans. I don't do well with those
it's
things.
true. How upset was Gao? But Gao, you get to keep your golden gun if you were good at it. So get good with it now.
Get good, son.
That way you love
I mean-
it when Destiny 2.
touching back on what you said earlier, unless when we die or whatever happens at the end of that first mission, we go back to Voidwalker, Gunslinger, and Titan Smasher, and that's why they keep them, because we lose everything and start from scratch type thing.
Yeah. But again, that just makes me feel like I can delete my account and then start from scratch.
Exactly. Kind of does feel like that.
Feels
It
like
makes you feel like
feels
do you
like
need to pay this
PlayStation
new
can
one?
ban Soopkichen. I just create a new account and then boom, Destiny 2. I lost. The story's way more interesting. PlayStation took my super away in my vault. They came in like the Cabal and they were like, no. Now I gotta start a new account. Destiny 2. Like in that case, like a lot of people have already played Destiny 2.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, now you guys are thinking about it. First you guys were like, it's cool, we die, we lose our supers, and now you're like, we're earning them back. And you're like, wait a minute, you tricked us, Bungie. We'll see. I just hope we don't get more than one of the old supers.
Yeah.
One is good, like cool.
We're all ready for new stuff, guys.
I'm ready to pole
fucking
dance
ready.
and
I want my corrosion.
you're never gonna get corrosion, buddy. Unless it's void, arc, or solar, you're never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Never gonna
Yo.
get it, never gonna get it.
I feel like personally I'd have been happier if they'd kept the new subclasses out of anything, because I just feel like they can explain why we got them still, because we didn't from the line, and we possibly would have kept them.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the story will be there. There'll be some satisfying meaning behind it, but you know, still, I was like ready. I was ready to like control nature or something. You know, I was ready to like.
I was ready to just, do some shit,
some
guys.
really cool, like some overpowered warlock ice grenade that like freezes a hallway.
Yeah,
and
but
then you
we
can just
don't
go in
know
and
yet,
melee.
though, either. I mean, we don't know yet. We don't know what the journey's going to be. We don't, because there's that exploration mode. You don't know.
There is an exploration mode, which is cool. You get dungeons. But at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of toning back my expectations.
Wah, wah.
I was like ready. I was like, yes, Destiny 2 is gonna be so good.
The hype.
You know, like when you're ready, like eat at a buffet because you haven't buffeted in a really long time, and then you get to the buffet and you're like, oh man, you know what? I guess I really wasn't that hungry. I think that's what this is.
But the buffet just isn't as good as you thought. You like prepped yourself for like 5 plates worth of food, and you end up eating 1.
Yeah. But like Gal said, we'll see. It's not out yet.
You guys need to, every time you walk into a room, you need your own theme music that goes wah, wah, wah.
But
I'm
let's.
excited. I'm happy. I can't wait. I
mean-
don't know what it's all going to be about. I'm not going to be depressed before I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here all week.
I
I'm here all
mean,
week.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the.
You don't sound excited.
I'm excited for the pole dancer, the Dawnblade, and the Captain America.
Captain America.
I'm excited. I'm excited for dungeons. The fact that they made dungeons a thing, the fact that the maps are now more explorable, that's awesome. The fact that you don't have to go out to orbit now, you can just click on your destination and go there.
Yeah.
That is a life changer.
See, this is getting better now. See, you're
See the
getting better.
positiveness.
Yes,
you
there's
started,
definitely-
you started on a downer. I get it. Now you're building the
Yeah,
hype.
now it
Okay.
is.
We're building
Now
the
we're
hype, God.
building.
We have to start with the disappointment.
Start with this. We
Okay.
gotta
Instead of end with it, opposite.
opposite.
You know.
Opposite. Bad news first.
Gotcha. I see your
Bad
tactics.
news
Bad
first.
news first. I get it.
But yeah, so the dungeons, the explorable
Brown
dungeons,
noser.
and you can mark the areas, right?
Yes.
And mark them as new for you, which is really fucking cool. The fact that these dungeons, once you go in them, they have a ton of loot, they said, and a boss. Like,
Yep, that
Thank
has
you.
the key.
thank you. Thank
Key to the
you.
secret.
Now, that is one thing I hope they don't fucking do. You go into this dungeon and you can't open the chest because you don't have a fucking key.
Yeah, true. And you only get 1 key a week.
Right? Or you have to go out into the wild and find keys, but their
I
drop
gotta
rate is
go to B,
ridiculously
B, B, B.
low.
Drop rate is so low.
Like, fuck.
Like the old days of treasure. Was it? What was that House
Wait
of
now.
Wolves thing?
Yeah,
where
the House of
chests?
Wolves, where you had to like go to the chests and oh yes, you had to like defeat the wolves, and then there's a
Yeah.
chest that came up, and you had to find the chest before the timer ran out, or the chest is. That's the kind of shit I don't want.
I don't want.
No,
I
didn't
do
they
not.
say? Didn't they say that there's a boss, and the boss is the one that has the key?
I don't know.
I think they did.
think they did. Well, we'll see. I'm
Yep.
excited for dungeons again. I just hope they don't bunchify it.
No.
No.
Microtransactions to open the chest.
Yeah, microtransactions to open the chest. You need 5 silver dust. Oh.
No, they said that when you explore this, that each one's going to have a boss. And that boss has the key to the chest. And in those chests are things that you won't be able to find anywhere else in the game.
Yeah. So, hopefully, that's the way it all works out. We got Earth. We still got Earth, right? They said 3 new places, 3 new maps.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we got
Earth.
Earth.
Titan.
Europe.
We just got the European Dead Zone, so a different part of Earth. We're not on old Russia anymore. That's old.
That's old. That's old talk.
Old.
We're in the European Dead Zone. It looks like we have a lot more stuff to like explore. It looks like there'll be NPCs out in the open world, a la Fallout style, where you can get side quests. Right? Is that not the feeling
Yep.
that you guys got with that little settlement out there?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, they also mentioned that you can now decide to land in anywhere in that area. So you can land at the divide, for an example, instead of having to travel there.
Yeah, travel there, go from So, I mean, again, quality of life changes.
Yeah. Ow.
Geez, what else, guys? The new Strike. The new Strike looked really fun. I
I
mean,
liked the incorporation of the SRL racing. That was kind of cool.
where?
The portals that jump from place to place.
Oh,
They look like those portals that were in SL Racing.
Oh, yes. It's true, those Vex portals. Yo, I'm excited about those planets. We get, what do we get? We get Io, we get
Titan,
we get Titan.
Nessus.
And Nessus. Yeah, that's going to be cool. So we get those
And
3
Titan
planets.
is like Zavala's home, and Nessus is like Ikora's home.
Right, everyone
planet.
is a...
Yeah.
I think there might be a hint there on what we're doing on them planets.
Could
Yes,
be. You know,
that's what I
and
think.
because...
That's why I go back to, I don't know if you guys are prematurely judging the subclasses.
It's true because you know it's also like it's very fucking iffy because yes, like technically there's tons of lore behind Nessus and how this is where warlocks go to find sovereignty, and maybe there's a place there where we can rediscover a new subclass or an old subclass that hasn't been used in a while, but also like let's not forget it's Bungie. These are people, like, right? Like, they'll give you a strike, they'll give you a strike, and then make you run in reverse and call it a new strike. Like...
Because it's so
Yeah,
new. I don't understand
I
the
can
problem.
see that. You know, they did that with Malak. You know, yes, I see that.
So, you know, let's not disillusion ourselves, right? It's like you're dating this guy and he's great, but he's gonna fuck up because he's always fucked up. It's just, come on.
It's just, come on.
It's a matter of time.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
So, you know, like I said,
That was random.
As long as they don't lock stuff behind loot behind keys, bad idea. if you give me 3 strikes and then you give me 3 other strikes that are in the same place where I did the first 3 strikes, that's a bad idea.
There's only 3 planets though. There's 3 or 4 planets, so
4, I think.
Yeah, 4 planets if we include Earth. How many strikes are we predicting here? How many did we get for the first one? We got
1 in each planet, or 2 maybe on each.
Yeah. Yep. Plus, you know, the DLCs come out and they're going to add on to those, so...
Right,
I mean, you never know, you know? I mean, you don't
One of them
know...
DLCs announced looks
So
like
you say
Trials.
you never know, but we have Destiny 1 years
base
1,
things
2, and
off.
3 as an example of the way things are going to go moving forward. Once Destiny comes out, I don't expect the first DLC until like after December, maybe January, but probably February.
Well, if you've seen the emblems, the first one is the Trials emblem, so I wonder if Trials...
Yeah, they'll bring Trials later on afterwards, probably. What?
That's
Bungie's gonna...
DLC.
Like, we're not getting private matches, Gao. How is it we're not getting private matches
What?
right away?
Wait a minute, what?
Exactly, what?
Why
Oh my god!
yeah,
Yeah,
you take
exactly,
that,
Gao. You take that for a second.
Wait,
Soak it in.
oh, okay, one at a time of your shock here. One at a time. No, I did not know that.
Yeah, we're not getting private matches. We're not getting private matches. Even though it's something
Why
in Destiny
would
1.
they
Why would
take
they
that
do
away?
that?
Exactly. Why?
Why would they do that to us?
Exactly.
Gao.
So when we drop into a dungeon and you can't get your loot because you don't have a
Sure.
fucking key, you're gonna be like, why? Why would they do that? Why?
Why did they do that?
Oh, I can't get the special gauntlets for this dungeon? Oh, why? Why would they do that? I don't know. They just do. So yeah, like I said, we won't be getting...
I know, I guess my point is I don't understand it because they just brought out private matches.
It's true.
So
don't
did it
understand?
not take
I don't
off like as
understand.
planned? I mean, did they
Oh, it
expect...
took off. It took
Yep,
off.
they said we're gonna get private matches later on. They said Destiny 2 get them later on, just not at launch.
Okay,
We'll get them with
so
enough
later on. Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, Trials probably will be held off. Trials won't come with Destiny
No.
2. It'll come with an expansion.
It looks like it's... Yeah, it looks like a DLC, and they'll probably have the story of Osiris or something as the missions, and then you unlock Trials or something.
Probably. And maybe with that comes private matches. Maybe private matches will come later when they're like, there's no content to give, so we'll just give people private matches so they can entertain themselves for 3 months.
Yep. Maybe a bit of SRL racing.
So,
Although the graphics look better. I'm glad they've ditched PS3 and Xbox 360 now.
yeah, definitely. You know, the ditching the old gen is really boosting up, giving the new gen a lot of stuff to work with. But Destiny 2, 30 frames per second, not 60 frames per second.
Yeah, and the PC gets this beautiful...
PC gets beautiful 60 frames and beyond? Come on.
Yep.
Luke Smith saying that the PS4 Pro just couldn't handle Destiny at 60 frames per second. You guys think this is true?
I don't know. If it can't, then it makes you wonder what Sony have sold everyone as a PS4 Pro.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like PS4 Pro, 4K. Like,
They're like, that's the whole point of the Pro.
everyone's saying that the 4K looks beautiful because Destiny's in 4K. Destiny 2's in 4K. It won't be 60 FPS, but it'll be in 4K, so it's gonna look gorgeous.
I can't wait.
Do you guys think they want a 30 FPS shooter? They don't want to go to 60 FPS?
But then why would they do that for PC?
So let me ask you this: Would this if Destiny 2 ever goes competitive, would this mean that the competitive would only be on PC because it's 60 FPS?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Then you're pushing PC specifically for tournaments and stuff. I don't see that. Just that doesn't, especially with PlayStation getting all the exclusives, and paying that extra money to have that exclusivity. I don't know. No private, dedicated servers. We don't get dedicated servers.
No
man.
dedicated servers.
When Luke Smith was asked about it, I can't remember who was sitting next to it, but they just looked at each other with like a blank stare, like they couldn't come up with an answer.
The way my 6-year-old nephew answers me when he gets in trouble.
Yeah, they couldn't come up with an answer as to like for a hot second, and then Luke Smith was Luke Smith came up with we just didn't see it as an investment for Destiny 2. How do you not see?
Because nobody plays PvP, because people don't get competitive, because it's not this huge thing that everybody does all the time.
So, like I said, already, like, I feel like, yes, Destiny 2 is going to be good, might even be great, but
there's definitely
they're already dropping a lot of stuff that, like already, okay, we have supers returning, so we're recycling old content. Let's call it what it is. We're recycling old content. Okay? That's 1. 2, we didn't think that dedicated servers and having the best connection possible was an investment that we needed to make.
It was not a priority.
It's 2. All right? Third one, we're cutting all PvP teams down to 4v4. Like, that's gonna create problems coming like Iron Banner and stuff.
Yeah, like, that's exactly my issue, is, like, Iron Banner. Like, I have no problem with trials getting moved. Like, I understand that certain people 3v3, like, scrimmage is fun, so that, yes, 4 versus 4 is a great competitive mode, and it really pushes it forward. But what about, you introduced clan systems, and now you're literally limiting the amount of people that can play together in a clan. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's like, I literally cannot have my cake and eat it too. I can't. Like, I can't have it. If I get one aspect, I don't get the other.
Fourth thing, we don't get private matches. So already there's a handful of things that shouldn't be wrong with Destiny 2 that are wrong with Destiny 2.
Right? Like, I feel like Destiny 2
It's like saying, I'm going to make a cake, and you're really excited because I'm going to make a cake, but you know what? I'm not going to add any sugar.
No sugar.
Fuck the frosting.
No frosting.
You know,
it's
do we need 2 eggs? I know, just 1 egg.
It's not going to be light and fluffy.
That's,
it's gonna sit like a brick.
So...
Which is hard because Destiny 1, we didn't know what we were being let down with.
It's true.
So,
we're using Destiny 1 as an example for Destiny 2 moving forward.
Like, that's exactly what we're comparing it to. And that's where somebody can't say, well, you can't compare them. It's like, no, we can, because this is exactly what we have. This is the only content that we have to compare it to. Like, you can't just ask me to start fresh, completely fresh. It's like, the reason that I'm playing Destiny 2 is because I want more from Destiny 1. So, of course, I'm going to compare them. Like, of course I'm going to compare them.
So, like I said, I'm not like, oh, Destiny 2 is fucking horrible. You guys are still playing Destiny? Who's playing Destiny? Like, that's not me. Like, I'm gonna play the shit out of it. I'm just saying.
Me too.
I'm just saying things that should have been done right apparently weren't for some reason. And you can't say it's a time issue because they took more time. They
they've had Destiny.
Let's not forget Destiny. Let's not forget Destiny 2 was supposed to come out when the Rise of Iron came out. The Rise of Iron came out as a placeholder to give people more time to work on Destiny 2. Exactly. Exactly. Let's go back on the, like Sugah was saying, clans are gonna matter now in Destiny 2. Not only do you get to like hype your clan in Destiny 2, build your banner and stuff, people can read your motto, but now clan reputation is the thing. Where if you, depending on what you do, if like PvP or PvE, you do strikes or you do Crucible all the time, like that's gonna show, it's gonna mark on your clan, and not only that, it's going to give you guys clan rewards. The whole clan gets rewards for what you do as an individual or with other clanmates. Like, let's go, boys. Let's
That's
go.
awesome.
Well, Ga will get us all the raid rewards, and
Oh, yeah,
I'll
I'm
be
sure.
in PvP. So
So there you go. So it's great. It's great for balanced clans. You know, I don't know how well it's gonna go for PvP clans only, but maybe it will. You know, maybe those will be the clans to look forward to when you're trying to run a trials card and you're a short player. Let's not forget that.
Sorry, go on. Soop.
No, go ahead.
My only problem that I can see with it is this whole single player doodah. So
Haha.
if I'm in a clan, none of you guys are on because obviously I'm UK time,
Mm-hmm.
and I go in the single thing, and it matches me with a clan. Is it going to match me with a clan because I'm in a clan, or am I not going to have that option?
Point brought.
Ah, good question.
Because if I'm in your clan,
Yeah,
I can't also be a single player.
this is true. This is very true. It's a very good question. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Also, and that also affects other people in our clan that just want to raid, for an example, or just want to play PvP. If are they going to want to be in our clan if they have the option that they can just go from raid to raid to raid, Monday to Friday?
Those people that are like, I'm a loner. I don't want to, you know, stick to one person because I don't have to anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you know, definitely. I don't know. If they make the rewards, the clan rewards, worth it, then yes, people will want to be in a clan, and people will want to be in a good clan because you'll get more rewards, right?
Yeah.
Better rewards. But if it's just a piece of shit chroma, or you know, or some additional glimmer, or hey, you get 50 weapon parts, or you know, 50 armor material, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You know, I'm expecting a really cool
Nothing
emblem.
like insulting us.
You know, some gear, a gun that you get because your clan has a really high raid rating. You know, it has to be worth it. These clan rewards have to be worth it. In the end, it's what it's all about. It's all about chasing the carrot, getting whatever it is that you wanted, right? It's the reason I still play fucking Volta Glass, because I don't have a Vex Mytho class. It's chasing that thing that you want. So if the clan reward system is just some you know, some wax idols and some relic iron, like
the way that the presents were, like those presents that we got.
Exactly.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly.
They were like, yo, presents every day. And I was like, yo, this is relic iron and fucking scraps.
Which comes around to the same, you know. Yes, we're excited for this, but also we know Bungie's history. You know, with it's a little hard to get super excited. Was I super hyped? Yes. Like when I saw the trailer, I was yelling at the top of my lungs for this whole reveal. Like my neighbors must have thought there was a fucking madman living next door, because it was just screaming and hype and so much hype. But once I sat and I thought about it, and the more news started rolling in, right? Because before we didn't know about the not having private matches. Before we didn't know about the not having dedicated servers. Before we didn't know about it not being 60 frames per second. So this was all stuff that I don't want to say they hid, but they definitely didn't tell us about during the reveal. Alright? They were like, we didn't lie to you, but we didn't tell you either.
We didn't tell you the whole truth.
So, you know, just sitting here actually thinking about it, you know, there might be some disappointing factors here. Guys, I saw that you still have regular level and light level. So it looks like light level will still be attached to gear, where you can just level up to level 20 like your character. And then I also saw that there's no more primary, secondary, and heavy, right?
Yeah.
Now there's like kinetic and power and like something else.
Like
Elemental.
a fusion rifle, I think, is in the
elemental.
heavy spot now.
Yeah, and like shotgun can be in the heavy spot too. You can carry a scout rifle and a hand cannon if you want to. So that's definitely going to change gameplay. Like that is going to make it feel very different. And I'm not going to lie, I might enjoy that play style a lot. Because there are times where I'm playing a Crucible map and I'm using my Mida and everything's going well. But then I play another team, same map, and I need a hand cannon because this team is playing differently. So be able to swap just like that, like for example, from like a Mida to a Palindrome, like, very enticing. Let me tell you right now.
Damn it.
We know he missed all those golden guns. We know
No,
about
he
the no, he didn't. We know about the shield that the Titan puts up, right? And we know about the bubble that the Warlock puts down, that self heals and whatnot. What do you guys think the Hunter's gonna get?
And the Hunter's got a shade step.
No, Shade Step is just part of the no.
Nope, the Hunter's special ability. I was actually watching it just before the show. He has two different shade steps. One version,
That
Reload
twisty
your-
little,
it
little twist.
reloads your
I see.
grip of your weapon.
Uh-huh.
The second one is just a shade step, like it has now.
But is that the special ability? I saw that spec'd under the gunslinger specifically.
Yeah, but they're saying that they're class specific. So you have that. The Titan has the wall, and the Warlock has the bubble thing. But to be honest, the Hunter one reloads your clip. I feel like in PvP that's going to be very good because you can unload your clip. You won't have to wait for a reload animation.
Just Shade Step and
Side
keep
step.
shooting. Yeah.
Yeah, sidestep.
And to have the ability to Shade Step on every subclass, it would be pretty fucking sweet. I'm not gonna lie. You know, whether you're pole dancing or gunslinging,
Or
to be able to Shade Step, yeah, that is a huge plus.
But then
So-
the same with the Titan wall. If you go, I think if you crouch behind it, it reloads your weapon automatically. So similar.
All right, so what do you guys? We covered most of this stuff. I don't want to say we covered everything. I'm sure we missed some stuff.
We did.
But we'll keep going over it over the next couple weeks. But right now, guys, what do you guys think? Destiny 2.
Canceling my order.
Canceling's over. There you go.
Wow.
My hype's gone from probably a 9 to like a 7. But I'm still.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
the same
that,
way now.
I think that my hype is going to be very much like those charts that they show in the boardrooms of like, all right, we've gone through a recession and we've gone through, you know, recession and
Oppression.
Oppression. Like, it's gonna go up, and like there's gonna be times that it's gonna be through the roof. Like, it's gonna be like, yo, Destiny hype 101 out of 10. Like, the hype is gonna be so real.
It's a fluctuating hype.
It's gonna be a fluctuating hype, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna learn about something. I'm gonna be like, oh, that makes me really sad. I'm gonna come down. But then something else is gonna inform me, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm really hyped again. So it's gonna be a constant. Like, I feel like it's gonna be an emotional up and down battle until September.
Yeah.
Like, my
think
mind
so.
is gonna be really happy, and then it's
Yeah,
gonna
until
be
I
sad.
physically have the game in my hands, I feel the same way. I feel it's going to be an emotional...
Exactly, like,
A
I
real
don't,
emotional time
I
for
don't
me.
want to judge a book by its
It's going to be a lot of brownies and
cover.
ice cream during this time, guys. I just don't know how to feel.
Tell me what else. That face.
So, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say shit until either
No,
they
I'm
completely
still excited, though.
they
I am.
completely just lose it all and like kill it before it comes out, and then I cancel my pre-order, which probably won't happen. But yeah, I'm really not gonna like mentally let myself down or prepare myself too much until I've got that game in my hands, and then
Yeah, you don't
if
wanna
they
take
let me
yourself out
down,
of it.
the salt is gonna be real.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so real.
Parker in chat saying,
So
"Damn you guys,
real.
D2 is going to be the shiz."
So
I want D2 to
So
be the
real.
shiz.
Exactly. I want these things. I want these things in my mind. In my mind, I want them. But I live in a realistic world, Parker.
I live in the real
Thank you
world.
very much. I live in the real world where I understand that I can't always get what I want. That's right.
That's true.
That's right.
Oh, I know. Me personally, I'm gonna be on it like I'm on this one. So.
I mean,
I think we should all make new accounts if it's publishing. You can be called Soopkichen and Salt Mounds, and I'll be Bad News Salt.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get away with the salty tits. You
I'll
know
be
what I mean?
DJ Saltlick.
I'll be the
DJ
salty
Salt.
tits because they're not sugary and delicious, so they'll be salty and sour. Then they won't ban me.
and sour.
Then they won't ban me.
Colonel Tits.
So
Salt's
we'll
real.
definitely keep the Destiny 2 talk going out here during the next couple weeks. But guys, let's go on to I think 2 other bits of video game news. One is let's go with Injustice 2.
Oh, Injustice 2!
Our man Bad News Brown here has got the insights because he just loves spending money. How is it, Bad
I
News
just
Brown?
love spending money.
You got children. How the fuck do you spend so much money?
I know that man has more money to spend than I do, and
It's
I
that
have no
job.
children.
It's that fucking job.
Exactly. Gaming for life.
He knows.
Yeah, I got it after being on the show and talking about it. I got a bit more hyped for it, and I went and pre-ordered it and got it on the Monday.
That day.
Yeah, that day. In fact, that evening.
You got that dark side too for pre-order, huh?
I did, yeah. My impressions thus far are it's good. It is good. Certain characters are very good. The Flash is my favourite so far. And yeah, but man, it gets hard.
Does it?
Playing story mode, breezing through the first 5 guys, and then bam, I couldn't beat Robin as hard as I tried. And then
Was
I
this
like
on normal?
On normal, yeah. I just played it on normal. And there's a multiverse mode, which is very good, where you have to do certain tasks for certain people as whatever character you want, and you get like a cosmic box, and it has like upgrades for your character and stuff. That's
very
pretty
nice.
cool. I can see myself playing that mode a lot more once I've finished the story and managed to work out how to beat Robin, who, with his sword of death, is slicing every character I choose.
So I hear there's different endings for the game, multiple endings. Is the story from what you've gathered? Is the story good? Is the story any good?
It is. The only criticism is the story is it forces you to play as every character. So, you know, you start with Batman, who's betrayed the Justice League, and then you have to play as Superman, then you have to play as Wonder Woman. So you don't have a chance to learn
The
the moves. And I think I'm playing as Batman for the second time, and you have to fight Robin, and he keeps beating me because Batman is really slow, and I don't like playing with him. Whereas arcade mode as Flash, I am quite good. I think I haven't played online yet.
Yeah, whole
That'll
diff-
really determine how good you are.
whole different ballpark.
Yeah,
But
I think I'll hold that one.
how many characters do you have? Do you unlock characters as the game goes on, or do you start off with the whole roster?
Everyone's there to choose in arcade mode, except for one character who's blacked out and it doesn't say who it is. And there's obviously the space for Darkseid that unlocks when you do that.
Okay.
I assume the character that's darked out is maybe a boss of some kind or a DLC, but I'm not sure.
Probably a boss, I'm thinking. So you got
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
which version did you get? Just the regular? Did you get the
Just
DLC
the
and all the
regular.
goodies? Okay.
Regular pre-order, the normal version with Darkseid. I just wanted to see, you know, like I said on the show, I'm not a fan of the Mortal Kombat development team and the way that the games play normally. But yeah, you know, the roster, the chance to play as all these characters hooked me in, and the super moves are really cool. Aquaman's one is very good.
Yeah,
the
and
Flash's one.
I hear they're not also just cutscenes anymore. You can actually, if you time your buttons right, you can do more damage during the cutscene.
Yeah, there's like certain bits where you're falling through the sky and stuff, so you can punch them. And Flash's one, he like speeds through time and smashes them into a T-Rex, and then smashes them into a pyramid, and then comes back to the screen, and it's pretty cool because your characters are still there, and he's like made a time remnant of you and the opponent, and then he throws him into your opponent into himself, and does like double damage.
There you go. It's crazy. So, out of 10, what are you rating this game?
Well, apparently my daughter's very excited about it. I'd say about an 8, maybe.
Okay.
That's far.
All right, that's pretty good. It's pretty decent.
Sounds like it's worth it.
Definitely sounds like it's worth it.
If you like fighting games, I'd say take a chance on it, and you probably won't be disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. Got to hook it up with that share play. So we got all the characters for in Injustice, and they all look sexy, and they got the different skins, which will make them look like other characters. For example, Supergirl can look like Power Girl just by changing the skin.
Oh, and also if you change the skin, they also have different cutscenes and different voice actors. So
really,
yeah.
Oh,
So it's almost like another character. You got Reverse Flash. I got Reverse Flash skin, and
he's got a different super move with a different cutscene.
Yeah, and different cutscenes in the arcade mode. Like before the match, they like trash talk each other, and that's done by a different actor. And,
wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
And John Stewart for Green Lantern is the other I got, and another one.
Wow, that's very impressive. It looks like they put a lot of thought into that.
Some of the trash talking before games is pretty cool because it's not like generic. It's like Street Fighter, you had like Ryu saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna fire a fireball at you," but in this it's like, Flash. If you're Flash, for an example, he actually talks about the person you're fighting, and then if you do the same match as a different character, he talks about that same person differently. It's good.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely seems worth the $60.
Yeah, it was for me as well. It was 30 English pounds if I pre-ordered it, which is about 40 something bucks. So
30 pounds.
So it's cheaper over there.
I can lose 30 pounds.
Yeah.
So we got all that goodness. Let's talk about last bit of video game news is a little bit of a sour one, just a little, because Red Dead Redemption 2 has been pushed back to 2018. Yes.
Like we didn't see that happening.
Yeah, I guess I kind of did. So we won't be getting the good old Gunslinger Western until 2018. But they did give us a few screenshots of the game and how it looks, and it looks gorgeous. Like, this game is really gonna, I think it's gonna, if it's not gonna take Game of the Year, I think it'll come pretty fucking close. Like, just because I don't think they're gonna disappoint with the story. They do a really good job of hashing out those stories over at Rockstar. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is gonna be shoo-in for Game of the Year. Red Dead Redemption 2, 2018 Game of the Year. Calling it now. Especially if they're holding it back. Like, why are they holding it back?
Yeah.
Maybe they're expanding on PvP. They really want to get that PvP good for that online Red Dead feel. Hopefully that's the reason.
On a selfish note, it now means that it's not clashing with Destiny and Marvel Capcom. So
This is true. Yes. On a selfish note, I have more time to get ready for that collector's edition. Hopefully, it'll come with a revolver and a hat.
and a 6-shooter.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe a gun belt.
Maybe.
Oh man.
And a cowhide.
Oh, I need my cowhide. You know, they should just send me a dead wolf so I can skin the pelt myself, Red Dead Redemption style.
You want those assless chaps.
Really, I want those assless chaps. I really want that Red Dead feel. You know, I want to skin that.
I need to go to the tower.
Skin that myself.
Skin that.
Which has a different meaning if you Google it. Guys, let's hop over to our next segment, last segment of the day, real quick, because we talked so much Destiny news, and I knew this was going to happen. Let's go to Cinema Madness.
The madness.
The madness ensues because, as Bad News pointed out to me yesterday, and I did know about Tom Holland. I didn't know, or not Tom Holland, the other Tom Hardy. I didn't know about Tom Holland until later. But guys, Tom Hardy, Bane has been cast as Venom. Also, I mean, if you guys don't remember the man behind the mask, he was also in what was it? Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes.
He's been in it, but
there's a legend. There's a movie Legend where he played gangsters, the twin brothers.
The twin brothers.
Oh yeah, those twin. The one was gay.
Yep.
Yeah, those were awesome.
We saw that one.
And he did a comedy.
He was Bronson in Bronson the thing.
So he's definitely got the physique for like an Eddie Brock old, Venom. Go ahead, hit me with it, guys. What do you guys think?
Hit me with it. I don't have. Go ahead.
Personally, but go on, Sugar. No, Sugar.
I was just gonna say I don't have a problem with the actor himself. In terms of physique and in terms of like appearance, it seems like it could play well. The biggest thing that I'm intrigued of is he going to really be able to completely invoke this character and bring it out to the point, which I
don't see why not.
Potentially think he can.
He did a decent job with Bane, even though he was talking behind the mask. He did a really good job in Mad Max.
Yeah. Well, and then the one where he plays the twin brothers, so he's playing two separate roles. Yeah, two different characters that have to be very similar but yet very different. So I definitely feel that he'll be able to, really push the character.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm just disappointed in one sense that I cannot see this Venom ever being in Spider-Man films. Because Tom Holland against Tom Hardy, bit of a mixed match, I think. A bit of an age gap as well.
Definitely.
Tom Hardy's 40-odd, 45-ish, I think. It's a strange casting if they ever want to put Venom in a Spider-Man film.
Or if they want to put Spider-Man in the Venom film, to have to tell that origin story, right?
Exactly.
Because that's where Venom came from.
Exactly.
You can't do Venom without the Spider-Mans.
Well, I think they're gonna. Yeah. I can see what they're doing. Spider-Man. Let's be honest. Tobey Maguire films. The first one was okay, but they sucked.
They weren't anything special.
They really weren't.
Andrew Garfield film tried to be dark, didn't really work, and I've got a lot of high hopes for the new one with Marvel's input, but Sony now thinking we've lost Spider-Man, let's keep Venom and make Venom films. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, they're gonna try to cash in on Venom because they.
I mean, they are pushing for that R-rated Venom film. I think the only way I can see them doing ever crossing over is if they don't care about the age, right? If the symbiote, instead of taking, Eddie Brock in his 30s, it does it in his 40s.
Takes Eddie Brock's dad instead of Eddie.
You're right. Takes Eddie Brock's dad instead of Eddie Brock, Mr. Brock. So, I mean, because look at the age gap between, a couple of the Marvel superheroes. I want to say, Scarlet Witch seems pretty young compared to Iron Man when they're supposed to be around the same age, right?
Exactly.
I think the same can be said about Ant-Man,
Mm-hmm.
I think Hank Pym is supposed to be, and even if you don't go off the Hank Pym character, if you go, it just... I don't think age is something they really consider.
They don't.
I think they do for Spider-Man because that's what you want to do. You need a high school kid being Spider-Man. You need a college kid being Spider-Man. You can't have an adult Spider-Man if you're going to start an origin Spider-Man. You can have an adult Spider-Man if he's been Spider-Man for 10 years. But if he doesn't have that backstory, then that age doesn't count.
I just think it's strange because I don't understand the deal with Marvel and Sony, but they're rebooting Spider-Man as a kid.
They have to reboot Spider-Man every time.
Unfortunately, they have
it's
to.
In his
it's in that Sony contract.
So you can blame Sony for that.
Another reason I don't think they'll abide by the age rule is Spider-Man isn't really like Civil War doesn't happen until Spider-Man is out of college. So already that's right.
Yeah, because Civil War has happened, and now we're just
because in Civil War, Spider-Man, he sides with Captain America. He registers so people know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna have to step aside for a little bit.
Go ahead,
I'll be
buddy.
back.
Yep.
Okay, Gauzy.
Another thing is the just the timing of Spider-Man and the Avengers.
But that was because of the contract issues with Sony having Spider-Man rights. What I'm saying now is, do Marvel now have the rights to Spider-Man?
No, they don't.
No,
I thought-
Sony
Right,
still owns
so-
it. Sony's just
So
letting
Sony are
them touch it.
rebooting. So they're rebooting Spider-Man with a young actor, but then doing a Venom film with an old actor. It just doesn't make sense. Surely they should make Venom a young actor as well, and then keep on to the film, and bam, there you go. You've got Spider-Man Venom in the same film.
I don't think they could have put that pressure on a young actor to bulk up
That-
the same way you could for
An older actor. Well, also, this is kind of my thing. Like, we were listening to kind of somebody talk about like the Sony and the Marvel with the Spider-Man, and there was the talk that this is potentially one of the only times that Sony could release this information to Marvel. So I think that was also a big reason as to why. Like, it's almost like this might not happen. So Sony almost put an older actor in there because there's no guarantee that Spider-Man is going to continue to be like in Marvel's world and on Marvel's timeline. So in a sense, it's like Sony is just creating their own timeline, because who knows, in a year or two they may reboot Spider-Man all over again with a different actor, but maybe Venom will actually stay the same. Like, maybe. I think Sony's just on their own timetable, and they don't really give a shit.
I guess so. So maybe they might just use this Spider-Man in the Marvel films,
No.
And then a
Sony
totally
might
new one that syncs up with Venom. We don't know.
Let me pitch this to you guys, okay? We do a Venom movie where we kind of do the Zack Snyder thing, which we'll talk about in a minute. But we'll do the Zack Snyder thing where we tell the origin story in the beginning credits. Like they did for Batman v Superman, how they kind of retold the Batman origin story.
Yeah.
So we do that, and then we do the Venom movie, and we hardly mention Spider-Man, right? Mm-hmm. We don't do the next Venom movie until after the next two Spider-Man movies come out, right?
Yep.
Because they're contracted with Marvel
Yep.
and Disney, right? And then once Spider-Man comes back to Sony, you do the Spider-Man
You mix them
movie
in. And
where he gets
he's-
the black symbiote, right? At the end of the movie, he gets rid of it, and it goes to Tom Hardy.
Well, also it'll give the current actor time
So
to grow up.
That
too,
way,
in
so
the
that
movies.
way they kind of play with the timeline, kind of the way X-Men does, where Logan was in the future, right, as opposed to X-Men Apocalypse, which was like set in the 80s. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, like, they technically will be on the same
timeline,
yeah,
right? There's technically same universe,
Yeah.
different timeline.
Yeah, because anyone who knows, we are on a different timeline. So it's possible. It's plausible.
It's plausible.
It's plausible.
Yeah, they could do that.
Bad news. You're like, I guess I hear it in your voice.
Tom Hardy's going to be like 55 by the time they get around to doing that. So then they're going to have to recast Venom and.
How old is Bruce Willis?
Pretty old.
Bruce Willis, pretty old.
Pretty old. So when they filmed the sequel to Unbreakable, and it takes place only a couple years after.
Yeah, true. We did just see Split, which just came out, and Bruce Willis, he was in it.
And let's also
doing that cameo.
Let's also not forget, like, that I know it's that Disney magic, right?
Right? They can make anyone look young.
So if they decide to, if Sony decides to stay with Marvel,
There's no problems.
What if they give us a flashback with a digitally young Tom Hardy?
Exactly. We have the capabilities. It's Disney.
What? Bad news. Why
it's
not?
It's a sore point for me. I'm a massive Marvel fan. I like the films. I just do not understand why they cast actors so old when there's so many stories.
Or when there's so many great young actors and actresses.
I think it's because of the ticket sales.
Yeah.
Like, how iffy were we when they mentioned the Venom movie?
Why do you think that they're remaking all the movies from our childhood? Because they know where the money is. So they're banking on that instead of potentially starting out with new talent that would have to create a new pool of fans. They're just banking on the money that they already have.
Well, look at it this way also.
It's all about the money.
Look at it this way also. They gave us Venom, and they gave us a due date, right? October 2018. But they had no cast. They had, like, a script maybe, right? Maybe.
Potentially.
But they didn't have a director. They didn't have anything else.
No. They literally
But now they've got Tom Hardy as Venom. So now you've got a director that maybe wants to work with Tom Hardy. You've got a possible rewrite for a script because Tom Hardy's in it now.
Because Tom Hardy's in it. All this interest because of Tom Hardy.
All of a sudden, maybe we need to give this movie more time because Tom Hardy's in it.
And so it's like they can put a release date out there and then they can change it at any time.
They definitely can. What if he's working on something currently and he won't start filming Venom until 5-6 months down the line, and then they have to push the release date, to December of 2018,
or even possibly spring of 2019, and then all of a sudden, that gives Spider-Man time to get a little
Spider-Man
older.
Time,
They could be setting us up on purpose. We just don't know it.
They could.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Once 2019 comes and Avengers Infinity War Part 2 or whatever it's called now comes out, let's see what they do.
Yeah, speaking of that.
I'm telling you right now, Marvel is going to buy those backs right from Sony. They're going to buy them back at like $3 billion. Sony's not going to say no to $3 billion. Disney's going to be like, $3 billion, that's pocket change. And then they're just going to digitally younganize Tom Hardy.
They're gonna make him young.
They're gonna make him young, and then they're gonna give you 15. They're gonna give you 15 minutes of the movie where him and Tom Hardy or Tim and Tom Holland are the same age, and the Venom suit transfers over.
And there it happens.
And then somehow the Venom suit makes him older. The symbiote makes him older.
Which is why we'll be able to see the Venom movie with an older Tom Hardy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Disney, we have the money.
Disney, we have the power.
The power.
We have the power.
So I mentioned it just for a hot second, which was Zack Snyder. So I don't know if you heard this because this broke yesterday, bad news, but you probably did.
Yeah, I'm all over it.
Are you excited?
Tragically so, Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide, which means he had to pull out of directing the Justice League movie. And Joss Whedon is now taking over
He
to
gladly
finish
accepted.
the film.
I'm not sure what you've read, but I read a few things where the movie's done in a draft version, and now he's given Josh Whedon the notes of this is what I want added.
Yeah, Josh is gonna.
Here you go. So I wonder if he's
gonna be allowed to change as much as he would like.
See, this could be true, but also let's not forget that in the very end, it's the studio that has the say. So if the studio wants to do reshoots for certain scenes because they think Wheaton is going to shoot him better, I don't doubt that they won't.
I think that's the problem. He's coming from a successful film franchise, and he might come in and go, this film sucks.
Yeah.
We need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do that. If you want to make $1 billion, you need to do this.
Exactly.
And they'll probably do that.
The way you pan out this frame just isn't going to catch people the same way that panning the frame this way would. So let's do some reshoots. Let's make it happen.
I don't know how close Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder are as friends, but I don't think like a director would take that if it was just like, you know.
Right? Like, I know if I personally came in being somebody, yes, I'm taking over because somebody is stepping down, but it's still like, I understand the way you did things before, but I am the one currently, running the show, and I'm not going to run the show out of somebody else's pocket. Like, you might as well get somebody who's like a noob, you know what I mean? Not someone who is experienced and has a guarantee of producing good quality films, media, all of the above.
Yeah, I agree. Like, and this film's going to be attached to his name now as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I'm not gonna do somebody else's work. If you're gonna put my name on it, you might as well put his name on it then and give it to somebody else.
And like you say about friendship, let's be honest. If he comes in and makes Justice League the best film they've done yet, and it turns out all to be down to him, he's going to get so much praise, so much work, so much money that it's worthwhile from his side. Because look, you only got to look at the DC movies thus far.
It's true. The first Avengers started everything. Like, yes, the Marvel movies were a build-up to that. The Iron Man, the Captain America, everything was a build-up. But had the Avengers movie sucked balls, the Marvel Universe wouldn't have been what it is right now.
No, it would not have at all. It's literally, in a sense, it's like glue that is holding the rest of it together. It pushed our interest because we met these characters, we loved these characters, and now we want everything about these characters. It all kind of spawned around it.
So,
exactly. And the actors as well that are in the film might probably be excited to see, look, this guy, look what he's done to Marvel's franchise. Maybe he can help us and put us on the map and make Justice League. Will it get delayed?
That's a big thing. Maybe. But also,
I wouldn't mind if it did. I'm not gonna lie. Knowing that Joss Whedon is on it and doing reshoots, like if they were like, we're delaying it because of reshoots, I'd be like, cool.
It's cool because you know that he's gonna take the time to do a quality. But also, I feel that he's also somebody that it may not, if it does get delayed, it may not need to be delayed all that long. He knows what he's working with, and he also sees, so it may just kind of hit a little bit of time. There may not need to be this huge amount of drop-off time.
This is true.
He does know what he's doing. It all is, will the studio and everybody give him the tools that he needs?
That's what it comes down to. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We're getting our final Spider-Man Homecoming trailer on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So that'll be exciting. I hope they don't show us too much. I feel I've seen enough.
I know the trailers that end up giving away the whole movie.
Is Wonder Woman out this week in the US? Because it's out here this week.
No, then it's going to be out next week probably for us. Because I know Alien Covenant, which came out this week in U.S., did that same thing, where last week they came out across seas. So
yeah, Wonder Woman comes out Tuesday, so in a week.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes, but to be completely honest with you, we'll see. We'll see how Wonder Woman does. If it does, fantastic. If it hits one out of the ballpark, that'll be great. But again, we'll have to wait and see, because I know that's a lot of people are feeling like that's just another Captain America movie. You know,
it's got quite good previews, but we'll see.
It does, but if I'm just seeing Wonder Woman take out like an army, like that's not very exciting.
No, I know what you mean.
I need to see her fighting a demigod or something.
Yeah, show me the strength that she really has.
Right. I don't want to see Wonder Woman picking up like a Soviet tank and throwing it at a bunch of Soviets.
Which is what we see. Like, we see her pick up a tank and throw it, and it's just one of those, like, she is not a human. Like, she does not have the same, like, we shouldn't even be comparing her to that. We need to show what her real power is. I'm like, come on, guys.
Again, we'll see. Maybe they're just showing us, maybe they're not showing us the whole movie. They're just showing us a little bit. They're saving the good stuff for the actual movie instead of the trailers.
You mean what they're supposed to do?
We'll see. So, guys, I think that's it. I think that'll do it. That'll do it. There you have it. Zack Snyder stepping down. Gau's back. Joss Whedon's coming
second.
to the DC universe.
Yeah.
So, guys, let's do plugs.
Plug it in.
Bad news. Where can people debate the Tom Hardy Venom situation with you?
If you want to debate that, or the fact that we haven't talked about Tom Holland is...
Oh, you might go. All right, let's do that. You're right. Let's do it before we do plugs. You're right. Tom Holland was cast as a young Nathan Drake for the Uncharted movies. You are very correct. So apparently it's going to be a prequel to the games because of Tom Holland playing a young Nathan Drake. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Just because Nathan Drake is such a beefy guy.
Yeah.
Like, even if the movie is a prequel to the games, the first movie, and it's Nathan Drake as a teenager, right? Kind of growing up to be a man. Cool. In 2 years, when the second movie comes out, you kind of need Nathan Drake to be an adult. You can't do 2 movies where he's a teenager.
In order for it to be a prequel set up on the right.
I mean, I just don't feel like you can. That's
I think it's a strange choice, a strange decision.
Part of me says it could work, young Indiana Jones style, right? Because Indy was a fun character, but watching Indy as a young man was also as fun. Mm-hmm. But again, it really, I don't know. I think.
Are they going to follow that story from Uncharted 4, where he's in like a care home, he gets like broken up by his brother or something?
That's another thing. Is like, how close to the video game are they going to stick for the story? Or are they going to go their own fucking separate way? Do you know who the company is that bought the rights to this?
No.
Okay.
No one knows.
I don't, but I just don't feel that if they're doing a prequel from what we know from the games, Nathan Drake in a adoption house climbing over walls to get away from the staff is going to be that much fun of a film.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Again, I don't know who bought the rights to this. I don't know if it's Legendary, if it's For all we know, it's Screen Gems, and they're going to do it the same way they did Resident Evil. Are you ready for seven Uncharted movies and they're all bad?
Exactly. But they casted Tomb Raider recently as a young female actress, so I wonder if that's the angle they're coming at. It's a similar sort of film.
Possibly,
Let's go for
because
a
they kind of
small
fall in the same ballpark. Lara Croft, Nathan Drake, Indiana Jones.
You can have a Lara Croft, Nathan Drake,
Illinois
crossing.
Smith. They all just fall around the same explorer ballpark. So we'll see.
Tom Holland's going to be busy. So,
Tom Holland will be busy, which I don't know. Like I said, if he needs to beef up for a Nathan Drake role for the second film, not necessarily this first one, but for the second film, then maybe he'll be big enough to take on Venom.
Maybe. And maybe his Spider-Man skills will come in useful as Nathan Drake.
This is also true, you know. So guys, that is the end. Ha
ha! We tricked you.
Oh, it was a trap.
We was like a after credits.
Ah, yeah,
right.
we're doing that Marvel shit.
Post-credit shit. That's right. Now come back next week when I'm 12 again. Guys, let's properly do plugs. Where can people debate the Tom Holland Nathan Drake thing with you?
You can find me at Bad News Brown 8 on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram, on anything really that's social media. I'm normally Bad News Brown 8, and you can come and watch me playing really rubbish in Crucible on my YouTube highlights.
Rubbish, fantastic, love it. Sugah?
Online, Adela Red, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm not on those YouTubes or the Twitches.
Okay.
The Twitches?
Gowsy, people find you.
You can find me at Dave Jersey on Facebook, Plattsburgh, New York, DJJ Gao on Twitter, cause you know Soopkichen, he made me a Twitter account, and yeah, that's it, guys.
You can find me raiding 5 nights a week.
5 nights a week with accent.
Guys, I'm Soopkichen, that's SOOPKICHEN, and you guys can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Instagram. And, yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, however it is that you tune in, whether it's live here on Twitch or later on YouTube. Appreciate the support. Guys, yeah, I'm telling you guys, come back next week when Disney finally full out buys the rights to Spider-Man. It's only going to cost them a cool $5 billion, but hey, that's chump change. In Disney money.
$250,000, nothing.
We own Florida. All right, guys, we'll catch you next week.
Bye, guys.
Have a nice Reset Tuesday. Have fun taking down Crota. Bye.
Bye.